Hello. Okay, I think it's working now.
Yay!
So I just restarted it and I can see my PowerPoint that says each with the brown in the background, and then I can see myself.
Yahoo!
I think it's like now gone backwards. You can check too. Okay. So I'll wait a couple. Oh, here we go. That's what happened.
There we go.
I'll wait just a minute again till everybody can get back in. But we can just go ahead and at least do our introductions.
Absolutely. So thank you everybody for joining. I am Dr. Robin Lawrence, owner of Get Well Family Chiropractic, for those of you on here that don't know me. And this is Dr. Sarah Ponica. She is getting ready to graduate from Logan in April, and we are so pleased that she has joined our practice. And she is actually going to lead the nutrition class tonight.
I sure will.
And I am so excited for you guys to be with her. She is fabulous. And I will be in the background. I can answer questions if anybody has any. Just put them in your comments and I'll comment back.
For sure. Perfect.
Yay!
Thank you for that.
Take it away, my darling.
And I will go ahead and get started.
Sweet.
So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Like she said, my name is Sarah Ponica, and I'm here with Get Well Family Chiropractic tonight. This is our first take trying a Facebook Live class like this. So as you can see, we've already had some technical difficulties, and hopefully that will be the end of that for tonight. So the class that I am teaching and letting you guys know about tonight is called EAT, and it's going to be some tips and tricks to become the most nutritious you that you can possibly be. So, like I said, in the wake of everything going on with the COVID-19 virus and to respect the social distancing, we decided the best way to present this information tonight will be over Facebook Live. We were going to have an in-office class, but I think this will be the next best thing. So I'm so excited to share these tips and guidelines for how to eat healthy while also keeping it fun. So it's especially important to keep good nutrition in times like these, because leading a healthy diet is a big step to making our whole bodies healthier. This can mean improving our immune systems, decreasing the likelihood of getting systemic conditions like obesity and type 2 diabetes, and much more. So stick with me if you are motivated to change up your nutrition, but just need some direction or a little push. If you have any questions as we go along, you can feel free to type them in the comments. Dr. Robin will be happy to answer any questions as we go on, and I'll take a look at them as well. If we don't get to them while the class is going on, we can look at everything at the end. So let's get started. So I think we can all agree that we have a massive food epidemic going on in the world. Childhood obesity is soaring, lifestyle diseases are taking millions of lives every year, and the statistics are only getting worse. Over in Great Britain, the Prime Minister commissioned a Cabinet Office report as a precursor to a government review of food policy and a new strategy on tackling obesity. This report was called Food, an Analysis of the Issues, and it included some grim predictions about the growth of obesity in Britain. It says that 60% of the population is expected to be overweight by 2050, compared with the 28% at the time of the report. And it projected that 70% of young girls and 55% of young boys were expected to be overweight or obese in 40 years. The report goes on to say that on average, children eat only 2.5 portions of fruit and veggies per day, which is half the recommended intake. They also eat 50% more added sugars than the recommended maximum and 25% more saturated fat. So to bring things back home to the United States, data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey in 2018 shows the following. More than 2 in 3 adults are considered to be overweight or obese. More than 1 in 3 adults are considered to be obese. More than 1 in 20 adults are considered to be extremely obese. About 1/3 of children and adolescents ages 6 to 19 are considered to be overweight or obese. So keep those statistics in mind as we go forward, and you will find out how to end up on the right side of the statistics. Before I tell you some tips and tricks to a healthier nutritional routine, I wanted to quickly take you through my journey to a healthier me. The picture that you see on the left was taken in January of 2019. I was going into my 3rd year of chiropractic school and would be starting to treat my first very own patients in the student clinic at school. Just a second. Sorry about that. So I had always heard the phrase, practice what you preach, about doctors' relationships with their patients, and this is definitely not what I was doing. I weighed the most I've ever weighed in my entire life. I was eating fast food multiple times a week, and I barely ever did any exercise. It was at that point that I decided that I needed to make a change for the better of my health and my future. I started going to see a personal trainer who gave me some diet modifications and kept me accountable with working out every week. I have a super hard workout with her 1 hour a week and keep up with cardio exercise a couple other days of the week. Cut to the photo on the right, which was taken in November of 2019. I had lost about 45 pounds since January and was feeling a lot healthier, more clear-minded, and had a much lower resting heart rate. I attribute all of that to changing my habits with diet and exercise, and I think anyone else can do it too. I've lost about 10 more pounds since then, and I still have a ways to go to reach my goal, but I'd say that I am definitely on the right track. So enough about me. I do understand that many people feel like getting healthy and staying healthy is hard work, but there are 2 paths that you can take in life. Path 1 is easy to hard, and path 2 is hard to easy. I wish this wasn't the case, but most people opt for path 1, which means that they don't take their health seriously at a young age, and then their life gets progressively more difficult as they reach their 40s, 50s, and 60s as they begin to lose their health. At the beginning of 2019, I was definitely traveling on path 1, but I'm so glad that I took the sharp turn to path 2. The hard work I'm doing now for the sake of my health will make my future so much easier than the future of that girl who ate fast food multiple times a week and never exercised. If you are willing to do the work now, which I know you are since you've stuck with me this long through all the technical difficulties and everything we've had to deal with, it might be viewed as hard work, but my goal is to make the hard work easy so that you can enjoy the process and enjoy the outcome of taking personal responsibility of your health. So who is ready for some fun, exciting, rewarding, and successful eating strategies? So I'm going to talk to you about a diet that is very similar to the diet my trainer advised me and can change everything as far as how to treat your body nutritionally. During the Paleolithic period, many thousands of years ago, people ate primarily vegetables, fruit, nuts, roots, and meat, which varied depending on season and availability. Based on scientific research, examining the types and quantities of foods that our hunter-gatherer ancestors ate, the foundation of the paleo diet is lean meat, which can even include meats like ostrich and bison, and it also includes organ meats, seafood, fresh fruit, and non-starchy vegetables. Now, this is obviously a far cry from the standard American diet. Today, these staples have been largely replaced with refined sugar, high fructose corn syrup, cereal, bread, potatoes, and pasteurized milk products. Most people eat a much narrower selection of fruits, vegetables, roots, and nuts, and in lesser quantities than our caveman ancestors. So a study by researchers from the University of California had out-of-shape volunteers eat a paleo diet for 2 weeks. In that time, their blood pressure levels decreased, as did their levels of cholesterol by an average of 30 points, which the researchers compared to the type of drop you get by taking statin drugs for 6 months. Their levels of triglycerides also improved. You might be wondering what you should and shouldn't eat on this diet. Try this basic list for now. So what you should eat includes grass-produced meats, fish and seafood, fresh fruits and vegetables, eggs, nuts and seeds, and healthful oils. So that would include olive oil, walnut oil, flaxseed oil, macadamia oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. Now for what not to eat, that would be cereal grains, legumes, including peanuts, dairy, refined sugar, potatoes, processed foods, salt, and refined vegetable oils. Hold on tight because I'm about to reveal some pretty cool resources if you want to know what kinds of foods you can incorporate in the paleo lifestyle into your home. Okay. So now I'm going to share some different meal ideas with you that are all within the paleo diet guidelines. I actually have links for almost all of them, and we're going to be putting those links up in the comments. So feel free to post any of your own favorite recipes or resources in the comments too. One good example for breakfast that fits under this paleo umbrella would be sweet potato breakfast skillet. For lunch, you can make an Asian rainbow salad, which you'll actually be seeing on the next slide. For dinner, there is a recipe for salmon cakes, which would probably be my personal favorite. For snack, we have paleo bars, which are pictured here on this slide. And finally, for dessert, you can even make paleo ice cream. Just a minute, I have a friend who's lost and trying to find her way to this page. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so a sweet potato comes straight from the ground, an egg comes straight from a hen, but where did that Pop-Tart come from? Far too many people are grabbing processed foods that are lacking in vital nutrients like antioxidants and fiber. What's even worse is that a lot of processed foods tend to sneak in things that aren't really necessary, like extra sodium and sugar. So here's the trick. Every meal should be vibrant with colors, and they should also be natural colors, so none of those dyes. And in addition, you should be on a quest to crunch. Snacks that offer a big, satisfying crunch when you bite into them, like apples, celery, snap peas, carrots, and nuts, keep your mouth busier longer. The more you chew, the slower you eat, and the more time your body has to register fullness. Here are some great crunchy food items for you to consider. Roasted chickpeas, almonds and pumpkin seeds, frozen grapes, carrots and celery, organic popcorn, apple slices with almond butter, and kale chips. So there are a lot of opinions on this concept of never being hungry and never being full. And there's other studies that prove the importance of small meals throughout the day versus large meals, and others refute it. But either way, this is a strategy that has helped hundreds of people over the years. Eating regularly so that you're never hungry and never full will keep your metabolism consistent, prevent you from overeating as long as you maintain strong portion control, and keep your energy levels high. Research analysts from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics have synthesized years of research on adult weight management to form nutrition guidelines. One topic they've analyzed is the effect of a regular meal and snack pattern on weight loss. Several studies show that eating 4 to 5 times per day, and this is meals and snacks put together, is associated with reduced or no obesity risk. The research also shows that 3 meals a day could actually hurt your efforts to reach and or maintain a healthy weight. The study is quoted as saying, eating less than 3 meals or snacks per day may increase the risk of obesity, but the risk goes up when people eat 6 or more times per day too. So you might be thinking, 6 times a day? That's a ton of eating. 6 times a day might sound like a lot, but when you have proper meal planning, it's easy, which is my next strategy for you. Meal planning is an exercise that you need to deploy for between 2 to 4 weeks, and then you can rinse and repeat. What I mean by this is that if you have a meal plan for week 1 and another for week 2, then you can use week 1's ideas in week 3 and week 2's ideas in week 4. Or you can have a 4-week meal plan that you reuse every month. But do not have a 1-week meal plan because you will burn out, and nutritional diversity is important for your success. So here are the steps to building your meal plan. Step 1, plan your week. This means look at your week and see what is currently scheduled. Business meetings, time with your children, social activities, etc. You should be taking meals with you so that you are never left with nothing optimal to eat. Step 2, go shopping. Prepare enough dinner each night so that you have leftovers for lunch the next day. This will make meal planning much easier. Also, have a variety of go-to breakfast choices, including smoothies, gluten-free oatmeal, eggs, organic Greek yogurt, fruit, etc. And finally, narrow down 3 to 5 snack items each week that you will spread out each day. It is best to shop around the perimeter of the grocery store, as the aisles are typically where we find all of our processed foods. Step 3, never go to bed without a prepared lunch. The most effective way to keep our meal plan running smoothly is to commit to going to bed once your breakfast, lunch, and snacks are packed. Otherwise, the morning will be too chaotic, and you will either skip a meal, bring something processed, or take nothing with you to work or school when you are out of the house, which means that you will have to grab something. Step 4, rinse and repeat. I highly encourage creativity in your meal plan, but don't get too creative to where sustainability gets lost. You should reuse your meal plan every other week or every month so that you are not starting from scratch each week. And step 5 is smile. Enjoy the process. Realize that it is a path to your goals and dreams. Keep the meals fun and creative, but always err on the side of simplicity, so it is sustainable. So now you should be all ready to start meal planning next week. Next, become a 1 liquid man or woman. I know that some people say that they don't like water, but it's time to get over it and focus on the health benefits of this beverage. Here's a very long quote from Dr. Joseph Mercola. Many fail to realize how crucial an issue this is. It is my strong belief that the single most powerful intervention the majority of Americans can make for their physical health would be to stop drinking all sodas and juices and replace them with health-promoting pure water. Which I'm going to take a drink right now. I'm getting a little parched. This is such an important issue because nearly 75% of the US is overweight, and the number 1 source of calories is sugar from soda. Diet sodas are even worse. Of course, water is essential for your survival. Every day, your body loses water through urine and sweat. This fluid needs to be replenished. For a while, you can survive for months without food, but without water, you wouldn't last for more than a few days. If you get the fluid and water replacement issue right, then you have made one of the most important and powerful steps you can in taking control of your health. End quote. The Institute of Medicine has determined the adequate intake of total beverage per day be about 3 liters or 13 cups for men and 2.2 liters or 9 cups for women. Here are the top 10 health benefits of water. It relieves fatigue, improves mood, treats headaches and migraines, helps in digestion and constipation, aids weight loss, flushes out toxins, regulates body temperature, promotes healthy skin, relieves hangovers, and beats bad breath. If for some reason you still battle with consuming water as your newfound beverage of choice, I recommend adding some fresh fruit or citrus-flavored high-quality essential oils to enhance the flavor. But please do not go down the path to any sugary drinks. This is such an important step for your overall health, and empty beverage calories are just that, empty. So if you struggle with fatigue and low energy on a daily basis, your body is telling you that it's time to assess your health and lifestyle choices. Drinking sugary energy drinks is not the answer to chronic feelings of weariness and lack of energy. What if I were to tell you that there are many alternatives to this stimulant that last, taste great, and are extremely healthy? Welcome to the green smoothie movement. But before I share a few healthy recipes, I want to scare you with some cold hard facts about energy drinks. So first, they interfere with your body's ability to use water, and they actually promote fluid loss. They raise your cholesterol. They send your insulin levels out of control. They contribute to rheumatoid arthritis and stroke. They damage your blood vessels, and they increase your risk of heart disease. With those facts out there, are you ready to swap out this habit with a new habit of green smoothies? So as far as those go, I'm going to be adding some healthy smoothie recipes to the comments as well, just like we did with the paleo recipes. I'm not sure if we did that or not. Let me check. Okay, so we will add all of those at the end. Okay. All right, next tip, go herb crazy. Herbs and spices will become your new best friends when you're in the kitchen. They can be used with so many different dishes and are perfect for lending life to otherwise bland food without piling on extra calories. For example, sweet potatoes can easily be baked into fries with some cinnamon sprinkled on top for a healthy sweet side dish. Adding fresh herbs like dill or parsley to your steamed vegetables is also a great way to enhance their flavor. Quality herbs and spices provide a distinct and delightful flavor to prepared foods, so incorporate those into your meals as much as possible. Great ones to try include basil, chives, cilantro, mint, oregano, rosemary, sage, tarragon, and thyme. Rather than repeatedly relying on the same familiar seasonings, though, you can expand your flavor horizon by purchasing a few new, less common spices and herbs and giving those a try. Curry powder adds a lot of depth and flavor to roasted veggies, soups, and stews. Herbe de Provence can be used in marinades, rubbed on meat and fish, and added to soups and grilled or sauteed veggies, and used to flavor sauces. Star anise can be combined with cinnamon, grated ginger, and chopped scallions to poach chicken. So overall, adding a dash here and a sprinkle there will also add some excitement to the process. You'll feel like a real chef while you experiment with your creations. Okay, I will admit that this strategy might be a little bit out there, but it's totally worth it because once you start eating the right foods, you will want to experience even more to make your healthy food more exciting. So consider putting this one in the back burner if you're just getting started. One thing that will inevitably happen as you start to make healthy food choices is that you will be in the kitchen more often. So why not make the kitchen a ton of fun? Anything that helps you prepare your food more efficiently and with more excitement is encouraged. And I suggest assessing your household needs to determine what you'll benefit from the most. For example, purchasing a new grill is generally a worthwhile investment. Quality protein will be a staple of your diet, and preparing it on a state-of-the-art grill will keep you smiling over the open flame. Additional ideas are getting a slow cooker for making delicious meals in advance, a blender to whip up those green smoothies, or even gadgets to make slicing and dicing easier. Cooking with the right tools will ensure that your healthy food is prepared correctly and tastes great. One of the biggest make or break factors to sticking with your healthy eating plan. So your healthy food choices should never get stale, and instead, they should keep you eager and excited to consume high quality nutritious foods. I totally recommend making this a team effort with your entire family so that everyone can feel a sense of contribution. If it's too difficult during the week, try and create the space on the weekend for everyone to get involved. The perfect way to deploy this in your home is to have each member of the family write down their top 3 meals that they enjoy the most. Once this list is aggregated, which I'm sure pizza, ice cream, and chicken fingers are bound to show up on there somewhere, Google an item and the word paleo, and I promise that you'll be pleasantly surprised. You can take any food that you love and swap 3 to 4 ingredients, and all of a sudden you'll have a healthy version of your favorite foods. Okay. So I know that I just shared a ton of information with you, and there are probably 2 emotions starting to surface. One would be excitement, and 2 is that you might feel a little overwhelmed. Both are great emotions. Your excitement will drive you, and your feeling of being overwhelmed will force you to take this process very seriously. Healthy eating is a staple of the high-quality lifestyle. And it's something to put time and energy into, as the side effects include more energy, improved self-esteem, and an amped-up vigor for life. If you feel like you need support on this journey, feel free to reach out to me or any of us here at Get Well Family Chiropractic. So that's all that I have for you tonight for the class. I hope that you will all just be getting started with your journey towards reaching your health goals, though. I'm sure a lot of people have a little bit more time on their hands in times like these, so why not try and lean towards, healthier eating when we can. And thank you. If anyone is interested in seeing any of the sources that went into putting this class together, you can go ahead and shoot us a message and we can get those sent your way. I'm gonna look through the comments really quick and see if there's anything that I can address. All right, looks like everyone just said hi. So hello, and I'm glad that we were able to get the computer working and get the live feed going. And thank you very much. It's like a little bit lagged.
I do. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Dr. Sarah do such a fabulous job. I was watching from the other room and ready to respond to comments if there were any. Seeing as how we actually got this to work really well tonight, we are going to really institute this on a much more regular basis, just doing some quick short classes, keep everybody, in a great mood, because so many people out there are so grumpy right now, and all of that grump is just going to make all of us sicker, and it's time for us all to be healthier and happy. So thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.